Well, we are so privileged to be welcoming these next guests to the show. We have Celeste, Lupu, and Joey Rogers from Dancing in the Streets, Arizona. This dance company is right here in Southern Arizona on the south side of Tucson, and they use ballet to teach discipline and break down cultural barriers. And here's a video to tell us more about the wonderful things that their organization brings to our community.
We use the power of dance to transform lives.
We serve all students from 3 to 103, including children with incarcerated parents and with serious physical or developmental difficulties.
Ballet is a beautiful form of art, but it's also a discipline. Our students learn life skills and break down cultural barriers.
Our students discover they can do more than they ever thought possible, not just during rehearsals, recitals, and shows, but in school, in their families, and in our community.
We're so happy to have you here with us tonight.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome to the show. We're so glad you guys are here. That video is amazing. Kind of gives us like a brief idea into what you guys are. We've been going through some of these photos and videos of Dancing in the Streets AZ. And honestly, it's really, really inspiring to see the story. Tell us a little bit about how your organization got started and how long you guys have been in Tucson.
Go ahead, Celeste. Take it away.
Well, first of all, I want to give credit to the photos and the videos to Scott Krystal and Anna Krystal of Creatista. Scott unfortunately passed away December 1st.
Yeah.
So we were extremely blessed to have his artwork, and they are amazing people.
He was a true artist in Tucson as a photography. So
please visit Creatista and support Anna, his wife. So I just wanted to give that shout out. Well, we met at ballet school as teenagers, and we're from Tucson, Arizona.
From Tucson.
And you know, we went off and had our careers and reconnected again in 97
something,
and yeah,
she left me.
No, he left me first.
She left me.
She
left me first.
That's fantastic.
So we went back to Tucson like 2007. My father was ill, and
my dad was ill.
So we moved back for
caretaking.
And opened Dancing in the Streets in 2008 with money we received from our wedding
gift. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I saw that on your website, and I love that so much that you took the gifts that everybody brought for your wedding and you put it right back into yourselves and right back into the community. I mean, that is a true giving heart and a true caring heart for the youth in our community. And I love what you guys are doing. I had the opportunity over the last few days to really look into it and to see what you're doing and the difference that you're making in the community. And it's astounding. I love it. I love it so much. I'm grateful that you are doing this.
Well, thank you. It's been 13 years and of educating a population that's just never had an opportunity. You know, usually, you know, when we get, you know, the saying that, oh, I wish I could have done ballet, it's so expensive, or I'm too heavy set to do it, you know, or I'm the wrong color to do it. You know, just a bunch of.
Almost every parent that walks in the door, fill in the blank. I always wanted to dance when I was a child, but we didn't have the money. I was too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny. You plug in whatever adjective. It's like, well, who told you all those things? Well, nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. So it was just you know, because ballet, the word ballet is so intimidating to a lot of people. It really is.
It is for me. As an adult, I don't know, like 6 years ago, and people like look at me and think, you move well. Not that great. So it really doesn't matter what you look like. You know, it depends on the training and the work that you put into it. And as you were saying, you guys take students of all physical shapes, sizes, income levels, skill levels. You work with students of incarcerated parents as well as children with physical disabilities. Now, with each student being at a different skill level, it seems like it might be hard to try and educate all of them at the same time. How do you go about that? How do you navigate that?
Wow.
There's no real formula for it. It basically is that, we do have kids based on age and ability. Different things should be introduced physically to kids. And we kind of teach class combined. Here's for the advanced kids, you do this. For beginning kids, do this. For intermediate kids, I want you to do this. It is really challenging. And I don't know too many schools that do that.
Our school usually, because when you teach ballet with fear. Scare there's crap out of the kid, because that teacher is authoritarian. Well, we totally flip it. We have laughter.
No, that's you. I'm not.
We have joking around. I mean, I'll be teaching in the class, and the parents will be sitting in the lobby. So they'll be sitting in the lobby, but they'll be hearing screaming, laughing, right? And the kids will run out, and I hear the parents, and the parents said, "What you learning there?" "Oh, mommy, I learned plies. I learned tendus. I learned that." And the parents like, with all that chaos going on, it sounds like chaos, but it's a formula that Celeste and I has used for Dance the Street to reach these vulnerable kids, the ones that don't gravitate to discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A majority of our students have what's now known as trauma brain.
Yeah.
That seems to be the code word. So when you're dealing with kids that have severe trauma or income issues, you kind of have to approach discipline differently.
Way differently.
And you have to sort of evaluate when a child is that vulnerable and that much trauma in their brain, and their brain is still developing. Ballet is so difficult, so concentrated. You kind of have to say baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Also, this generation that we have, they're so used to everything being instant. Oh, I look it up on YouTube and I do it instantly.
Right, instant gratification. And when they come to me in ballet, because the first thing I tell them, you're gonna feel awkward. You're gonna feel like an idiot. I didn't call you one. I didn't call you one. You're gonna feel like one. When I throw out words at you, you're gonna see all the kids doing all this stuff. So I warn them in the beginning, and once they get a taste of that, they usually stick around.
When they see that it's okay to make mistakes, and the mistakes is just that. They haven't learned how to do it yet. It doesn't mean that they are a mistake or that there's something wrong with them.
Right.
I think that's a huge lesson to be learned about taking criticism.
Right.
Criticism is part of ballet. You cannot learn ballet without being critiqued. And a critique has to be given in a way that says, I'm helping you make your technique better. You as a person are wonderful.
Right.
Yeah. So you have to let them know to not absorb it.
To not absorb it the wrong way.
And that in itself is a lesson in life.
Right.
They just don't know how to do it. Saying no, to kids. Just ballet translates into everyday life and with the parents too, because a lot of parents don't have a concept of self-discipline either. So, just saying that showing up is not enough.
It's a learning curve for everybody. If you're just tuning in to Candidly Krystal, we have Joey and Celeste here from Dancing in the Streets, Arizona. I heard that you guys actually received a very generous donation a couple of weeks ago. Can you guys tell us about that donation? Who made it? How do you plan on using it? Tell us more. Yes, we see the picture. Tell us more.
Yeah, this picture is the couple that gave us this wonderful gift.
And we have it here too for you. There they are.
There you go.
So Robert and Wanda Stoffager, there's a whole circle of acquaintances. Robert worked with my mother at Pima Council on Aging and had a huge relationship with her. My mother, Marion Lupu, was our founding board president. Now they had 3 children.
Right. and I danced with the youngest children. We both did. The youngest one, and
after my mother passed away, the middle one, Pam, worked with us as well.
Right. It's like a Tucson. It's a Tucson circle.
It's a Tucson thing, yeah.
It's a Tucson thing. Growing up with dance and people with artistry and stuff. So, but I never knew the parents. So I never knew them. I just knew the daughter. I knew their younger daughter. So it was wonderful that when they say, hey, we want to
the kids told us, hey, we want to meet you at the studio. We thought
we want to give you some Christmas presents. So we're like, okay. We made that down at the studio, and the oldest daughter hands Celeste a bag, and she says, oh, there's something substantial in there. Now here it is. Now here it is, you guys. When I've been dealing with substantial with dancing in the street, substantial to me that we've been dealing with is like $1,000, $2,000, which is really big for us. But that's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, okay, go ahead, Celeste, you open it. That's what I'm thinking. And Celeste, go ahead. You thought it was a mistake.
So I opened up the envelope and I see 50, comma, and right away I'm thinking, oh, that's a typo. Oh my goodness,
it's a typo.
I start reading 50,000, and that was it. I lost it.
Yeah.
So
$50,000.
The parents had passed away, and they had left instructions to kids to say, we still want to contribute to our community. I mean, they were very giving people.
Yes.
Many other organizations got huge donations too. And, especially in this pandemic, we have really struggled. We didn't get any CARES Act money.
Right.
We didn't get any PPP money.
So on that, hey, on both, Krystal, can we celebrate?
We can celebrate. Yes, we can. Well, I'm so glad that money came right at the right time. What a blessing that is.
Yes,
totally.
It did. Because there was just a point that we were thinking that we didn't know if we were going to open or not. We just didn't know. It was
that's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Well, the thing about it is our kids, they were the ones that don't have reliable internet. If they had a device, it was one for the whole family. So Zoom classes just weren't an option for our students.
Yeah.
And if we go out, there's no other studio that they can be absorbed by.
Right.
They just have lost opportunities.
Yeah, so a lot of our kids are on the reservation, and they got locked down. They got locked down by the res. So they're dying. They want to come back and dance, but the reservation won't allow them to leave.
Oh, they're still on lockdown right now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Well,
but you are offering some classes right now, right? Is it virtual and in person, or is it?
Well, no, not at the moment right now. We're going to restart that.
Something.
We just finished our session up in December, and that started in August. Normally, we would have done a Nutcracker.
Yeah, normally this time you would be not talking to us. We'd be like in Nutcracker mode right now. So absolutely, absolutely. That's
a Scott Krystal photo.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that's flowers right there. So absolutely. So
those are beautiful.
Yeah, we're in Nutcracker mode. We have an orchestra with our Nutcracker too. You want to explain to them Civic Orchestra?
So here's another Tucson connection.
Right.
Civic Orchestra of Tucson is an all-volunteer, multi-generational orchestra. There's retired symphony players alongside with high school students. And when I graduated high school and went on to college, there wasn't an orchestra at Pima. I started at U of A and went to Pima. Pima didn't have anything. I wanted to continue playing, and there was this newspaper called the Dandy Dine.
Dandy Dine.
I said, come to this orchestra, and you have to sight read. I was terrified. My father, who played violin, who hadn't touched his violin since World War II, he had just been shot with shrapnel in his finger, said, if I'll pick up my violin, let's go together. So we went, and we had about a year and a half, 2 years together in Civic Orchestra, and I went on with my life, and my father stayed with Civic Orchestra practically until he died.
Right.
And he was a board member. He started their many things with them, and so
So when Celeste got married, we got married. I approached the guy at the time. I said, "Hey, you guys can play a Nutcracker?" They were like, "Yeah, sure." So they've been volunteering for dance past 10 years.
It's got to be 10 years.
At least over 10 years. You know, so which is a great thing because a lot of our kids and parents never seen a live orchestra. So it's just truly amazing, you know.
Plus, the orchestra tells us how much fun it is for them as well. You know, they don't get to do Nutcrackers anymore. Like I said, a lot of them are retired musicians, so it's just something joyful,
right?
And
you know, spreading the love, sharing
exactly.
The love.
Absolutely. It's a community show, you know, with a lot of community people,
and another way to start a partnership,
right? And as if you guys don't have enough on your plate, I hear you guys are starting a new venture. Why don't you guys tell us about this? You're going to help people understand a little bit better what you do. You have a new relationship with Curb Radio.
Well, yes, we were approached by this guy named Larry Watkins, and he owns Curb Radio. He says, "Hey, Joey, why don't you and Celeste and do a show?" I was like, "A show?" I was like, "A show of what?" He said, "Oh, you just go on. You can talk about arts and culture. I heard about your stories." I was like, "Oh, no, let me talk to Celeste about it." Right? And
Thank
Celeste,
you, Don.
Well, whenever we just sit around talking and we're talking to friends and stuff, they always are like, "Wow, your banter is just so amazing. You could listen to it."
Right. Let's celebrate.
Lots to celebrate. We got double time now.
There you go.
So we decided to enter into podcasting. And for a number of reasons, it's called Ear Boogie. So we're going to be bantering about our life story, which is just incredible. Joey's stories alone will just keep you, they're a novel already. And arts and culture. We've been finding that there's so many people that are afraid of ballet, afraid of arts, afraid to try. And we really wanted to kind of help educate people on the importance of arts, the economic importance of arts. Yeah. Especially during this pandemic, one thing people have been noticing is that creative side has been keeping them going. That creative side doesn't just happen. It has to be cultivated. Right. So I like to tell everybody, Albert Einstein, he used mathematics as his tool, but he had to have imagination to be able to think about solving that problem. Yes. So ballet and all performing arts is something that enhances that capacity and creates a great workforce. So we want to advocate, educate, and entertain.
Yeah.
I love it.
We'll definitely entertain with that, because, next year, weed is legal. So we'll definitely entertain.
Celebrate!
Celebrate!
I wasn't ready.
Always got to be ready, Krystal. Always got to be.
You can expect that on your broadcast, Ear Boogie on Curb Radio. Cannot wait to hear that. Joy and Celeste, thank you so much for coming onto our show. Thank you for everything you do day in and day out.
Thank you both. Yeah, thank you. This was really fun.
Yeah, and we'd love to have you back sometime. Maybe there's some way that we can do a little live performance of a little dance, and we can help you promote an upcoming show that you have coming for your theater, whatever. We would love to help you out in any way that we can. Oh, look. Yay 207. Prop 207.
Somebody said, yeah, let's celebrate.
I moved here from Colorado, so I'm saying welcome to 2021, Arizona. Just saying with 207. Okay.
The best word to describe 2020, craptastic.
Yes. Oh, geez,
Craptastic. Oh, I love it.
Let's celebrate 2021.
Oh, celebrate.
Well, for more information for our viewers, you can find out more about Celeste and Joey at dancinginthe.streetsarizona.org. That's DITSAZ.org. you want to talk to them directly, you can email them at info@ditsaz.org. Again, that's Dancing in the Streets, Arizona. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them online. Joey and Celeste, thank you for what you do. You're amazing.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We hope you have a wonderful time celebrating.
And happy New Year to both of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Happy New Year, you guys. Have a wonderful
Happy New Year, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, they're so sweet. Oh,
they gave us lots to celebrate, don't you think?
Oh, yes, so much to celebrate.